Hello everybody, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I made my dream gaming setup for under $1,000. But before we get into that, if you guys could go down and hit the subscribe button for more tech and lifestyle type videos, that'd be very much appreciated. But now I'm going to get into it. So the first part of finding how to make your dream gaming setup like for you and keeping it cheap is finding what you want the main focus of your setup to be. Like for me, it was to have this monitor orientation you see here, the one monitor landscape, the one monitor portrait, and then the big TV up above. But for some people that might be having one big monitor or three triple monitor setup or something like that. So find what you want and really put most of your money into stuff like that, like the monitors. And if you want to have really cool peripherals, like if you want to have a cool keyboard and a really nice mouse, maybe put all your money into that or something. Make your setup more for you and you'll be more happy about it because you put the money into something you like the most. So like for me, I didn't need high resolution monitors here, so I just have 1080p, but I did want to have high refresh rate monitors. So I made sure that one of my monitors was high refresh rate, which is this main monitor, 165 hertz. But my secondary monitor, I didn't need to be high refresh rate, so I could spend less money, save money, and get a cheaper, which this one's 75 hertz, which I didn't even need it to be 75 hertz, but that's how it turned out. It was still pretty cheap though, so check the links in the description for all these items in this setup, and also check the card at the top of the screen to see my setup tour. So yeah, and then this monitor, or this TV right here, I bought at Costco. I didn't need super high resolution either, 1080p for this TV. It's big, it looks good, I can watch all my whatever I want on it, all shows, movies, everything like that, and it meets my standards. So if you want a bigger TV or a 4K TV, you might want to put your money into that. Another thing I put my money into was making sure that this cable channel looked good, even though it wasn't too expensive, but it's something I just wanted. So make sure if you want something in your setup, you put the money into that. Stuff like, for me, peripherals is not something I really needed to spend a lot of money on, so I kept it cheap. Like that keyboard's cheap, the mouse is cheap, they're both around 50 bucks a piece, which is really cheap. Some keyboards might be over 100, some mouse might be over 100, depending on what you like. Another thing I did was keep old stuff you have too. Like this mic I've had for a long time, this mic arm I've had for a very long time, but I could reuse it because I didn't need to upgrade it. It wasn't something I really needed. This keyboard I've had for a while too, didn't really need to upgrade it. That's one thing to help you save money. If you don't need to upgrade something and your old stuff works, make sure you use it. And finally, for my last tip of the video, how to keep your setup cheap, is use apps such as Honey and Wikibuy is what I use for Amazon and all the other sites. They help you watch deals, and you can get on an email list for deals to buy stuff. Like this chair right here, I got on an email list to buy it off Newegg for cheap. So I waited for the email to come, and I finally found it when it was cheap, and I bought it at its cheapest point. So stuff like that is really helpful. You can use those extensions on Google Chrome to show you the cheapest prices for things that you might want to buy. Another thing that could get really expensive for a setup is your PC, and if you can see, my PC down there is not super great, but it works for my needs. If you're someone that wants to have a really fancy PC, maybe put more of your money into that instead of monitors like I did and the chair and stuff like that. The desk is also, make sure you have a nice desk too. I put decent money. This is an IKEA Becant desk. Card at the top of the screen for the review of that. But yeah, so that's how I kept my setup. I got my dream setup for under $1,000. Thank you guys for watching.